got a big mouth. Came out there. I talk from my heart. I'm real. You know what I'm saying? Whatever comes. But my controversy probably. And it's not my fault. I'm trying to find my way in the world. You know, I'm trying to be somebody instead of just make money off everybody. You know what I'm saying? And so I go down paths that haven't been traveled before, and I usually mess up. But I learn, you know what I'm saying? I come back stronger. You know, I'm not talking ignorant, you know what I'm saying? So I obviously put thought into what I do. Your karma, everything that you do bad comes back to you. So anything that I'm doing that's bad, I'm going to have to suffer for it. But in my heart, I think what I'm doing is right. You know what I mean? And I think heaven is just, when you sleep with a good conscience. You don't have nightmares. And hell is...
What's going on, everyone? It is your girl, Queen Quee, and this is Hot Topics. Let's jump right on into it. New Tupac Pride Month collection merchandise drop. Neighbors, it's no secret that Tupac was one of the best rappers back in the 90s and wasn't shy about speaking on injustice against Black people and pretty much anyone at the time who faced some type of hardship or discrimination. According to Vlad TV, well, the official shop that has been keeping his legacy alive with merch releases is taking oh, I'm sorry. Merch is releasing and taking a stand with the LGBTQ community. They're releasing a pride collection. The color on the t-shirt and hoodies dealing with basically the logos of the LGBTQ community. So let's jump into this. Okay, so Tupac. Oh my God, everybody know I love Tupac. Let me tell y'all something. I got a Tupac poster. I got Tupac wallpaper. You know, I got the poetry books. I really am feeling Tupac. I have listened to a lot of his interviews. If you listen to my podcast, with the intro of my introduction is Tupac, you know, seeing what he have to say. So I'm all for Tupac. Let's get into what do you guys think about this? Because do you feel like that's something that Tupac would release? Do you think that that's something that Tupac will basically okay and give them the okay to do, like plaster his face or sell merchandise pertaining to the LGBTQ community? Or do you feel like it's disrespectful to plaster somebody's face with, you know, with the symbol and stuff like that and saying like, hey, this is, you know, this is what he represents. This is what he was for. Or, you know, he don't, this is what he was fighting for. And I'm going to be honest with you, I do not think that is right. And the reason why I think that it's not right, yes, everybody is right. He was a poet. He was a prophet. He was a lot of things. I don't think that he have anything against the gay community at all. But it really does sicken me how some people sit over here and try to do whatever it is to gain a profit. And this doesn't have nothing to do with his legacy. I just feel like they feel like, well, hey, this is Pride Month. We need a way to sell this merchandise because let's just keep it real. I don't care how much you love an artist or whatever, you're not buying merchandise probably every month. You see what I'm saying? Like, especially Tupac has been passed away over 20 years. Matter of fact, he would have been 50. Matter of fact, his birthday just passed. I think he just had turned 50. And yeah, do you think that that's disrespectful for them to come out and drop LGBTQ community merchandise with his face plastered all over it, talking about this is what he wanted to do? And I don't agree with it. I feel like that they feel like this was a great opportunity to not only, you know, represent, but it was also a way to get money. Because one thing I'm not gonna lie about, you know, that community, that the community or whatever, they push through. They ain't no half steppers. They are givers. They are very generous, you know what I'm saying, when it come down to, you know, donations and making a profit and stuff like that. They are tend to be very kind hearted. And I do feel like that the company was doing that for personal gain instead of sitting over here saying something about this is what Tupac would have stood for and he would have been out there fighting for this type of community too. So that's the reason why we dropping the merchandise. So I do feel like that's a load of crap, and I don't think that would have been. That's not right for them to do that. Because just imagine you sitting over here passing away, and you have you know, you done came out with music or whatever, And then next thing you know, somebody is consistently speaking or feeling like that they're speaking on your behalf. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, this person will want this to say that. If they did not say, he spoke about a lot of stuff. He spoke a lot about Black Lives Matter, like before it was a Black Lives Matter type of stuff. And I don't see y'all sitting up here plastering, his face and information or even quotes. I feel like even if y'all would even pick the quote with different type of stuff that he represented, whatever, that would have been more authentic. What you sitting up here talking about, so he fought for a lot of different stuff, and this is something that we doing for the community. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You in that, you like, don't do that. I really do feel like that was very tacky and disrespectful. But what do you guys think? Do you think that was a big deal? Do you feel like that? No, you do feel like that Tupac would have definitely did not care about that merchandise, and he probably would have been right out there fighting for helping the people fight for their rights regardless. Yeah, let me know what you think about that. Okay, speaking of another clout chaser, let's get into it. The Gorilla Glue lady has launched a new car line, and it's called Forever Hold. And a lot of people is going in on her because they were just like, oh my God, we knew it was a reason why the reason why she super glued to her head. This is the lady that used Gorilla Glue that is meant for like hardware. Like, like you trying to put a damn house together with that Gorilla Glue spray. This is nothing to be messed with. Yeah, a lot of people was very disgusted on her game when it came down to profiting off her making a stupid decision. Let's just keep it real. It wasn't an innocent mistake. She didn't accidentally pick up the bottle. She went in intentionally and said that I sprayed this on my head because I didn't feel like going to the beauty supply. So it's kind of like when people start making GoFundMe accounts for this lady and doing all this type of weird stuff or whatever, I feel like that was so stupid. At the end of the day, I feel like, hey, it's your money, but you sit over here giving this lady all this money for what? A decision she made. I mean, but she went viral, of course. So now she's coming out with something called Forever Hold. And hey, she trying to milk that 15 minutes of shame. I mean, 15 minutes of fame, all the way to the bank. So more power to you, sister. I mean, not trying to be funny. White people steal black people ideas all the time and go about they every lasting day. So, yeah, what do you guys think about her dropping their merchandise and, letting it be known like, hey, this is something that I feel like that will help somebody? Do you feel like she's qualified? I don't feel like, me personally, I would never buy a product from her, especially her product, because at the end of the day, you're not even licensed. You're not a licensed cosmetology. So you're telling me that, oh, this stuff is work. I don't think that that's right for you to even do, period. Because yeah, you're gonna have some people that buy the stuff really trusting you. But at the end of the day, I just feel like whatever you tend to want to do, I'm not saying that you have to off the gate be a pro at it, but please do your research. Don't just do it or put it out there or whatever, and then somebody end up getting a hold of it, and this thing, it go bonkers. Like it's downhill. But hey, a lot of people were saying that too. They were like, well, at least she's gaining some type of, because if she didn't do it, somebody else would have. I'm pretty sure somebody else would have stole her idea and been like, hey, you don't want to be like the Gorilla Glue girl. And, that could have been a whole bunch of stuff. But she was selling T-shirts and everything for almost like $50. So I just feel like she really milking it now. Like, girl, go have several seats. Not on my watch, in a words of Ayana. So, okay. Let's get into it. Y'all agree Sweetie doesn't think that gifts should be returned after a breakup. If it's mine, it's mine. What is Sweetie always says? I know that's right. Okay, doing an interview with Complex, Sweetie spoke in depth about her music career, upbringing, and the goals she has for the future. What she did speak about was her failed relationship with the rapper Quavo, but she did answer a few relationship questions. Now, it's no secret that Quavo seemingly admitted to taking back the Bentley that he purchased for her. Uh, at the on his new album, Culture 3, where he says she had it her way. Now she's out of a Bentley. When asked if she believes gifts should be returned after a breakup, Sweetie answer was simple. I mean, if it's mine, it's mine. She reportedly said while smirking. What makes it even funnier is that she even had the mint green Birkin bag that Quavo gifted her, sitting comfortably between her and the interview. On a more successful note, Sweetie has taken advantage of being deemed the queen of content for hilarious black TikTok videos. So for now, that and music will be her only focus. Okay, so what are you guys' opinion on that? She was basically saying like, hey, if you give somebody something, then it's theirs. You should not ask for it back. Now, not trying to be funny. I wish one of my ex would be petty enough to be like, hey, yeah, them times we went out on a date, yeah, I did that. I paid for that. I want them back. So, um, I do believe that saying if I give something, that's all like you have to be giving, you have to be giving from your heart from the beginning. I feel like anybody that does something in return of something else or a motive or a reason, them the type of people that you do not want in your corner, whether it's your spouse, whether it's a family member, whether it's a friend. Like them are the people that count favors, like, be like, okay, I bought them this for their birthday. Okay, I'm expecting this, and that. Or I did this and I did that. Okay, I'm expecting something in return. Or let me go ahead and give her a couple of rides because I know when it come down to it, I might need this, and that. I might need to borrow her car for a couple of days too. Like when people have a motive and they're moving a certain type of way and you peep it, I think the best thing for you to do is keep it moving. Because not trying to be funny, even if I was to break up with a dude, I'm never going to ask for anything back. Like I'm just being honest with you. I'm just not gonna get it for you, period. Like if I'm not fit to sit up here and give you something where I'm saying like, oh, if we break up or we fall off, I want that back. So when it comes down to cars, purses, watches, jewelry, what do you guys think about that? Like, do you feel like that now? Like, come get it back in blood. Cause I ain't trying to be funny. That's what you gonna have to do with me. Oh, you want this? You ain't finna snatch my chain like T.I. did Nunu on ATL and snatch that off around her neck. Oh no, cause we finna be squabbing. You ain't finna have it either. But now what do you guys think about that? Do you think that that is a first statement? Like, do you feel like that? If you give somebody something, it's theirs. Whether you guys make it work or not, it's theirs because it's from the heart. Or do you feel like that you should return everything that you got back from them, or anything that you feel like that could be sentimental? Now, when it comes down to cars, I'm talking about cars, jewelry, property. You see what I'm saying? Like that's what the type of stuff I'm talking about. Please, I'm not talking about no card, like a card, CARD. I ain't talking about no teddy bear. I ain't talking about no BS that you know that you can sit up here and get for about $20, $30. I'm talking about the big stuff, the stuff where it counts. You know what I'm saying? That paperwork. You know what I'm saying? That black and white, that ink. So yeah, what do you think what do you honestly think about that? Like, do you feel like that hey, you don't want nothing to do with your ex, so you giving everything back? Or do you feel like now at the end of the day, if they want it back, come get it back in blood, because I'm keeping it. Finders keepers, loser weeper. So yeah, that was that. Okay, and then let's get into the last subject of this segment. Let's get into it. Kim Kardashian talks a plan to practice law while thirst trapping.
Transitioning to become a lawyer, will you pull back on presenting yourself so suggestively or
I
sexually?
thought about this, and then I thought, you can do it all. You can do whatever you want. Like when I remember going to the White House one time and I was like, I just posted a bikini pic. I hope, they're not looking at my Instagram while I'm, in here.
Right.
And then I thought, you got to be you. But I will say that, I don't know, there's something so freeing about feeling like I'm 40 and I'm in the best shape of my life and I want to post a bikini studying if I want to. There's something powering about that. But then there's also like, I also don't want to embarrass, my kids or make them feel away if they're in high school and I'm the embarrassing mom that's like posing, in selfies and in bikinis. There will be limits.
By the way, do any of you, I mean, you all put yourselves out there suggestively. Do any of you think about changing that up, or do you think?
I think we just do what we're comfortable with. Like there's a lot of things that some might do that I'm not as comfortable showing, but we do things, and I'm sure vice versa.
Yeah.
So we just, I think, support each other for what we do, but we have group chats, and someone will send pictures sometimes to them, and I'll say, guys, this is too much. And Kim will continuously send the photo on.
And do they ever say, no, don't do it?
Absolutely. There was a photo I wanted to post from my last trip. And she sent it 2 days in a row thinking we wouldn't remember that it was the same photo from the day before.
And it didn't, and you listened to them.
I listened to them, but it's National Peach Day soon, and I was debating. It's not happening. Do not post the photo. But here's the thing.
I love it that you know that it's National Peach Day. I mean,
I know.
Is it National Peach Day or National Thirst Trap Day?
That's what she said she wanted to post.
Okay, so let's get into that before we end it. Okay, do you think that it's appropriate for a mother in general, with kids, they have probably multiple kids, that is a wife that is trying to take on a serious career path? I'm talking about like being a doctor, a lawyer, just anybody that's in the business industry. Let's just keep it real. Even in the music industry, the acting industry, like, do you think it's appropriate for them to consistently post half-naked pictures on the internet? Are you the type of person to feel like, well, hey, it's their body? I'm all for people, expressing themselves. I can only speak for me. Now, I am 31 years old. I'm always being mistaken for being kind of younger than what I am. I'm not gonna lie. I done got a little thicker than a snicker now. Back in the day, I was like 100-some pounds soaking wet. I'm 140, so I'm pressure. It's so much pressure going into these thighs and these hips and their butt. So, so I'm not even gonna lie. I love the weight that I have picked up. I love, everything that I'm becoming far as like a woman in my body and stuff like that. Now, me personally, I have never been the type of person to like to show off my body, but it's so funny to me because even your kids, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it's appropriate for you consistently, especially if you're in a certain type of limelight and you have kids. I don't think it's okay to do professional pictures, but you in your bathroom and you turned around in a bikini, a thong bikini, before you could take your kids out to the park, and then you sit up here with your ass cheeks out, taking a picture from behind, and then you're posting it to social media. Yeah, that to me is inappropriate. Like, I'm not gonna lie, kids are embarrassed these days over the littlest stuff. Like, it's so funny how kids are so embarrassed about the little stuff. Like, oh my God, Mom, don't say that. Don't look like that. Oh my God, Dad, you're this, you're that. It can be the slightest thing and we embarrass them. You be like, how am I embarrassing you? Like, what did I do? Like, they don't be wanting us to be on TikTok. They don't even want us to do certain dance moves or say certain lingo. So what makes you think that your child or your kids would not grow up or not, or just at the moment right now feel like that? I wish Mom did not post so much. Well, far as like half naked pictures, like leave something to the imagination, because like I said, Prince, Kim K has what I want to say 3 or 4 kids, all beautiful, and then on top of that, at the time she was with Kanye West and they are married. So it's kind of like, it's just a certain type of boundaries. I understand that. I mean, that you want to flaunt your body and let it be known that you're still beautiful and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, be mindful that your kids will grow up and it's certain stuff that they might see or whatever. It's fine to embrace it, but at the end of the day, I'm always mindful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always mindful of my kids when it comes down to my actions, because now that I'm older, I'm not living for only me. I'm living for my kids too. So I do take in consideration of thinking like, okay, Quee, if you post this type of picture, what perception are you trying to gain? Especially by me being a single female. Like, I definitely don't want to keep on doing thirst trap pictures, and then next thing you know, I'm offended when I can't find a good man. All right, now that's a whole different type of subject, but definitely thank you guys. Please like, share, comment. I really appreciate you for tuning in. Let me know, leave a voice message and stuff like that if you see the link. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Here, see you guys next time. Mwah!